Alright, by now you've probably seen the video where a patient actually walked into the office, scanned in, touched the screen, saw the front desk staff, and then went back to the adjusting table. Then they were adjusted and the doctor hit a couple of buttons and they were out of the office. What I want to do now is actually explain what happened there. First of all, you saw a little key tag. All of our clients have a key tag and they assign key tags to their patients. The nice thing about our system is that it doesn't matter if you have a family of 2 or 10, only the parents will have a key tag. And in that way, all the family members will be assigned to that key tag. So if I'm the father of a family and I walk in and I scan in, it'll bring up, like you saw, a bunch of different names, and like you saw, the person will be able to pick and choose who is there that day and just check those people in. Additionally, the system will then check the accounts of those patients and see if there's any reason why those patients would need to stop and see the front desk manager. So the notifications will alert the patient and the front desk if they need to be stopped and see the front desk before they can go back and get adjusted or see the doctor. The notifications could include a certain number of visits left on a care plan, a certain number of days left in a pre-certification or care plan, certain number of insurance visits left, certain number of cash visits, free visits. It may warn the staff that this patient owes a certain amount of money or more. So if I set the notifications up, the system will tell my front desk to stop everybody that owes more than $100, for example. And the patient doesn't see the message, the front desk will see the message, and we'll go over that in a minute. The way the system is designed is it actually enables a practice to be seeing anywhere from 100 visits a week to 1,000 visits a week, but efficiently check those patients in. What it actually is doing is only stopping patients that actually need to see the front desk and allowing the rest of the patients to go back and see the doctor immediately without having to stop. So with automation and technology, when the patient checks in, every account that is checked in will be checked for over 1,000 different verifications or notifications, and if those notifications are triggered, then that patient will be stopped. If not, they immediately go back and see the doctor. Alright, so each patient or each parent in a family will be assigned a barcode key tag. And you can see we have Billing Precision's logo on here as well as our website. Obviously for your practice you'd be able to put your logo and website or your phone number on the back. This way they always have your contact information. As a patient, when I want to check into the office, I simply just take my key tag and scan it in front of the scanner, and from there I can just choose which patients I want to check in or which people in my family I want to check in, and all I have to do is touch the people's names on the screen that I want to check in. Check everybody in, I just touch the all button and that checks everybody in. Now you can see the system is actually stopping one or more of these patients in this family because there is some kind of notification that is being triggered by the system. You can also hear in the background a small little ringing sound. It's not too loud, but it's a warning enough to stop both the front desk manager and the patient and remind them to stop. The patient just hits OK, and they move on and talk to the front desk person. Okay, so now we're on the opposite side of the desk of where the patients just checked in. And you saw when the patients checked in, the screen turned red and told them to see the front desk. Well, now we're on the other side where the front desk is actually seeing the messages that are popping up, or the notifications. So what we can see now is there are notifications that actually popped up on the other side of the desk when those patients checked in. So the patients scanned their card, they touched the names of the people that were checking in, the screen turned red to tell them to see the front desk, and then on the other side of the desk, which is where we are now, the front desk is seeing the messages that popped up. So in this case, this patient has less than 5 care plan visits left, and they have 2 options. They can either delete or close. If they delete it, the message is gone forever. If they close the message, it stays on the left-hand side here, so they can go and look at that again later on. So I'm just going to delete through these to remove them, and you can see how as I delete, they're getting removed from the left-hand side. This is less than 3 visits left on the schedule. This has missed 3 visits in a row, and again you can see them being deleted. And again, you see the date and the time and which patient we're dealing with, so you can address the patient accordingly. And missed 3 visits and so forth. As you can see, It's also stopping or notifying all patients for all issues on check-in, whether it be scheduling, care plans, reevaluations, re-exams, balances, what have you. Patients are being stopped when they check in so those issues can be handled. So what that in effect does is totally replace your check-out desk. So as the front desk manager, I can totally manage the whole practice, and then it would be just the very few exceptions of patients that would actually need to be seen on checkout for whatever maybe a doctor has a specific message they need to tell you or something specific for scheduling with an individual patient. But 98% of all visits should be handled on check-in only and don't need a check-out. In effect, the check-out happens at the table with the doctor, and once the doctor is finished with the patient, completes the note, and hits the bill button or the bill later button, the patient is finished for the day, and the front desk shouldn't need to be concerned about any of those other issues.